What's happening, everybody? Al here, coming at you from sunny Southwest Florida. The sun is out, the skies are bright. It's a great time to be alive. So, as many of you know, the motor in my 2018 Mustang is blown. Before I go into that, I want to thank each and every one of you for all the support and all the love, all the comments that you posted on my last video. I have to say, it's overwhelming. I had no idea that I had that much support, and I just can't say it enough how much I appreciate it. But the motor is blown. A lot of you guys are asking me, what happened? What led up to this? Well, the truth is nothing happened. I was just driving along, and the engine light came on and came to a stoplight. The engine was running rough. I brought it home, checked the codes, checked the plug, changed the plug. The car didn't run any better, so I brought it to my mechanic, thinking that maybe it was a coil pack or something like that. Turned out to not be the coil pack. My mechanic called me and he said, "Al, there's something seriously wrong here. We have to check a few things." So we did a compression test. I think cylinders 1, 3, and 5 were all low. I don't know exactly what the numbers were, but then we proceeded to do the leak down, and cylinder number 1 failed to leak down terribly. When we put air pressure in it, the air was just blowing out of the oil fill, and it was obvious at that point that I had a serious problem. So we did the bore scope, and if you can see at this point on the bore scope, you can see the grooves are really deep. I'm going to guess that maybe part of one of the oil rings has folded over, causing this deep groove, and that's likely to be the biggest cause for the loss in compression. So that's where we're at. Guys, I'm going to need your help with this because this is a serious problem I got to solve. I'm not going after Ford. Situations like this, I can hear my father telling me, when times like this happen, best thing to do is to put your best foot forward and make it right. So that's what I plan to do. But I'm not exactly sure what to do because when I posted my last video, somebody immediately approached me and offered me $29,000 for the car. $29,000. I'm getting soaked on this deal. Taking $29,000 for the car, but I can get out. I could be done with it, and and it's all over. I take the money. Just take the money and run. That's an option for me. I could do that and just move on to something else. The thing is, what would I move on to? Should I get one of these big Mopars? These cars are nice looking. They're very fast. And they're available. There's lots of them around. The problem is it's so big, I don't know if it's going to fit in my garage. I could also get one of these Camaros. This is a really hot car. These cars run. The 2019's got a 10-speed automatic in it. And it's a really great car. I've driven them and I like them. I just don't know if I like the way this car looks. And if I got a car like that, I'm going to have to rename my channel. What am I going to call it? The Pushrod channel or the Pushrod car guy? I don't know, guys. What do you think about that? Another option I have is possibly to buy a used Mustang like this one here. This Gotta Have It Green 2013 Mustang is on the lot just around the block from where I work. Low mileage, $19,000. I could drive off with that car today. I could have a lot of fun with that car. So I'm really curious to know what you guys think about this. Help me out. Post your comments. Let me know what you think. Another option for me is also to put a built motor in this car. Pull the motor out, send it out, build it, and put it back in. To have a Gen 3, I don't know. If I was to get rid of this car, I most definitely would not buy another Gen 3. That's simply it. There's too many problems with these cars. If I got rid of this car, I wouldn't get into it again. But I could build a motor for this. It's expensive. It's a really big undertaking to do a job like that. I can hear my father talking, right now. He always told me, "Al, when you have a big problem and you got to solve it, it's like chopping down a big tree. You'll never drop that tree with one swipe of the axe. You got to keep hitting it. You got to keep hitting that tree, and sooner or later you'll drop that tree." I really miss the old man. Back in 2013, he was diagnosed to be terminally ill. About a year later, I was with him when he took his last breath. And it was at that point that I realized my dad taught me the most important lesson of all. If there's something that you want to do it. Life is way too short. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll talk to you later. Well, I don't know if you guys can see that, but that's a manatee. We are down here by the electric plant there on Palm Beach Boulevard, and that is a manatee in the water. They come to the water here basically on cool nights to stay warm, because this water here flowing from the electric company is warmed. It's used for the cooling towers. So this water gets heated, and the manatees come in here to stay warm on cold days. And here they come. Big school of Carbell Jacks. Amazing. Plenty of plenty of stuff for them to feed on here. What you see in the distance there is the power plant and the cooling towers. Well, this water has been used for the cooling towers and is about 80 degrees. And the manatees like to come into this channel on cool nights to stay warm. And we're in this little manatee park. You can see the manatees there, right? And you can see all the spectators there who come to watch the manatees. And we only get to see this for a couple of months out of the year. And see if we can get you in a little closer. There they are, whole families of them. These things are about 6 to 8 feet long, and they weigh anywhere as much as 800 to 1,000 pounds. Really cool to watch these guys. And yeah, there it is. There's the power plant. We got some nice warm waters here. I'm told you're not allowed to feed these guys when they're in here, but a little later when they get hungry, they'll go out into deeper waters to feed. Check that out. Did you ever wonder if a manatee can tip your boat? I guess these people are going to find out. Look at that guy. Right next to the manatees. Unbelievable. Hey, you guys are still here? Just doing some tile repairs. We'll have another video up in another week or so stay tuned.